And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Deshaun Hall in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Detroit! 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 Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Steps away. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Down to the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Brandon, guys do whatever it takes to have fresh legs late in the season nowadays, don't they? How about him last week? Week 16, NFC Player of the Week for his performance.
Probably means a little bit more to him later in the year, doesn't it? Because of what you just said, the fatigue for a running back throughout the season.
Shows the offseason training and the endurance that he created in order to have that type of a game this late in the season.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs. And
confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah,
but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now let's go! 3-19!
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. And from down in Miami, an update. The Broncos have taken the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Tough spot here. 3rd and 18 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Back to throw here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Gun! All right, here we go. 3-19!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Dante Jackson picks it. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Here we go now. 3-19!
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Taken right around the 44. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll look to throw here. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On the ground, McCaffrey. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
McCaffrey with a first down and more. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Terrell Basham in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it third down. He'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is McCaffrey. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Now a run with McCaffrey. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw now on first down. Caught right side, Tate. Wow, evasive.
Make him miss.
And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Looking to throw. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And Gano's kick is right through. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Fighting to stick. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Terrell Basham in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And the Panthers coming out now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at the 3. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Starting the second half of the run by McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But he was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll set up a throw. This is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Flushed out right. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to fourth down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Panthers will get the football back. They go play action here on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Dancing to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
He'll look to throw. A jump underneath to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. K1 short. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Back to throw here. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. In for the score. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Carolina getting set to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Gone!
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Bucs now. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Luke Kuechly in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Gone!
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw here. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Deshaun Hall in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
All right, now, look at 56.
Looking to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go.
All right, now,
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll look to throw. Stepping, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way. I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now, they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Carolina getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Sliding out of the pocket. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job. You're knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Noah Spence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Gun, 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 gun.
Now back to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Bucs on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's got room. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bucs, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 20.